What's up guys? I hope you're all having a good day and welcome to the videos where today we actually have a very special guest, or two very special guests actually. We got Matt from Yume Factory or Yume Factory or whatever you want to call it. And sure enough, last time he was in the videos as well, he was also doing the same thing and working on my car.
It would be rude to drive all this way and not work on this.
So he drove all the way from Villa yesterday, 6.5 hours just to chill for the weekend. Originally Jamboree was supposed to be on, was supposed to be making some wicked videos out there. But yeah, sure enough, that was cancelled because of the big C. We're all out here at the moment. Matt's girlfriend's also here. Hello. So yeah, we're just chilling in the garage and sort of have a little bit of a free morning. We're here for the whole weekend. So I said that I was keen on getting the turbos off this weekend, and sure enough, he was keen to give me a hand. So he's already cut himself. Oh wait, it's actually like,
yeah.
Okay. If you guys remember how I've been saying for the last 3 weekends that I'll get the turbos out, and I just haven't because I don't know how to. This is 5 minutes. Well, yeah. About 5 minutes. I did loosen everything, so.
Yeah, it was. I'm just undoing it.
No, this is insane. Everything that I've been working towards is about to happen. I'm just like, oh, it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna look so bare without it in there.
Yeah, you have a lot of room.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So have you got all the oil feeds off and or oil returns off? Because that was the one thing. There's like 4 returns. One for coolant, one for oil.
So that one is...
If you want to cut it, I have a grinder.
you got 1 bolt in that return left, and 1 bolt in that return.
Wait, I didn't take a bolt out of that return before. Is there actually only 1 in there? This is scary.
There might be another on that side.
We'll go with it.
Yeah. So if you run your fingers on the bottom side of that oil return, can you feel how bad, and probably why the reason it was smoking that much? I mean, it's
not bad.
Yeah, I'll show you guys as soon as the turbos come out just how, I mean, I put my phone down there a couple of times and it's just like, it's all glossy down there and it's bad. It's very interesting. So as you guys all know, Matt gives me, you probably helped me out more than a lot of people on this channel. There you go, he like came here yesterday and gave me this little care package and stuff like that. So a whole heap of Hot Wheels, of course. Because yeah, you have a pretty big collection as well, don't you? A couple of thousand, give or take. So there's a few Hot Wheels in here, which is sick. I now have like 3 of these, but not like the prestige one. I actually have a misprint one of these, which is pretty cool. Yeah, one without the stripes on the hood and stuff. But yeah, if you guys don't know, Matt also runs a cool little sort of business called Yume Factory, which is also his YouTube channel. So I'll leave a link for it down below. But if you guys want any of this stuff, just like message you if you're really keen. Yeah. Because you don't have a website yet. So
I've got a run of 10, so I've started just sort of the car group in town at the moment.
Yeah.
And then once I sort of get a little bit of backing behind it and get an idea of what I'm actually making and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because you just make like a whole heap of stuff that's cool and then like, oh, okay, I have to sell this.
yeah. I've pretty much just been sitting around making stuff.
Yeah, which is absolutely wicked. So there's a banner in there, there's like flags and everything. So, these are all super cool. So this is gonna go up. Oh, this is actually huge. I didn't realize I got it upside down, but that's the flag. It's taller than I am. That's insane. But another really cool thing, which is going to happen very soon, is like cool little gauge pods, like 3D printed gauge pods and stuff. So this one's the one for the FD, and you guys all know that we did the one in 33, which was also Matt. He did that. So if these are all sorted, I guess you'll start selling these eventually as well. But yeah.
Yeah, well, that's once we test fit that one in yours.
Yeah.
And see if there's any tweaks.
I mean, I'm keen to break interior parts if you are. All right. Where's my flat head? I'll pry her out.
Right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right. I'll do all the braking. Oh, that might be a little bit more than I had originally planned for. I actually do have trim removal tools. Did I? Oh my god. Not there. It's in, I don't know what's in abrasives, but we'll work that out eventually. Cool. This is gonna look so mint. I am for sure gonna break something. Oh, I didn't break it. And I know how to pull it out. Oh, I did it. That's a weird little speaker, hey. I think for sure that'll come out when I put the gauges in, but... Okay, so this is like the base plate. Actually, the clips wouldn't be too hard to 3D print.
No, actually. That'd be good.
It's pretty manky. Oh, that's just a little... I don't know. Actually, this actually feels like a really solid piece for an FD interior. It's actually heavy
Yeah,
and...
it's probably mesh. Like, it's proper mesh. Like, it's
Yeah.
not plastic.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess this is the... So this was originally made for on Thingiverse, was it? Like a two gauge?
Single pod one.
A single pod.
So.
There you go. So the base plate is the same, which I could imagine you could honestly just double side tape down and that'd probably still work. But
Yeah, you probably could.
but yeah, so you extended it by 2 gauges and then...
Yeah, I threw it through AutoCAD and split it and added as many, so I can do 1, 2, 3.
just do 6 across the whole... May as well.
I might have to buy a different 3D printer. But
Oh yes, yeah.
yeah, see, so it is what I thought it was. So.
Yeah, so it's a lot smaller.
I don't know.
Is it?
So I'll show you what I meant the other day. So you take out the mesh.
Oh,
And
okay.
It actually...
It sits in... Oh, that's almost
where the
perfect.
mesh is, yeah.
Which should look, honestly,
And then
looks
you would
more
have the
factory.
clip. Yeah, then you would have your clip. So that's how
Because
I thought
that
the
mesh
base
would just
was.
pop out then, shouldn't it?
Yeah, we'll just fold out the screw up.
Oh no, I actually did something right. And I used a trim removal tool. Well, that's cool. So I'm guessing, well actually there's enough room, if you just double side tape it down, you might have enough room to put cables down the side of the actual speaker. The only thing is...
Oh, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, the only thing is, I don't know whether that... Actually, it's just a tweeter, so it shouldn't make too much vibration, but...
No. And it shouldn't affect your gauges, really.
Yeah.
Because it's only little.
And to be honest, it looks like the most janky speaker in the history of the world. I don't know, it seems like such an odd location to put a speaker.
Oh, I don't... You probably know more about RX7'S. Like, I don't know whether they had... They wouldn't have had Bluetooth or like a mic in them or anything.
No,
At this age.
they did come out with like a Bose system where you can get like a really cool trunk set up with
the
subs and everything. Like they're actually... They actually have decent speakers. This is all gone to, I think it's Focal Point or something like that, or...
Yep.
Whatever those nice speakers are, so it's got everything but a sub. Wow, there you
That's
go.
why I went, if I take like copy
Okay,
that, I can
yeah.
make a base.
Oh yeah. Ah, and you can just 3D print the base as well, so that way it's just a full...
I'll make it so it's clip in.
Wow, there you go.
But knowing that you don't have to break.
Well, I'm gonna break it now that it's gone back in. Wow,
Like that.
that's cool.
And this is pretty much the idea of coming down. So like
Yep.
I know that I've got to make that base a little bit smaller so it'll sit nice and flush and
Yep. In saying that though, it's not bad at all. There you guys. So if any FD guys want to get their hands on like a pre-production kind of, I don't know, if you guys want to test one out or something, yeah, send this guy a message or send me a message and I'll just send through everything. I know there's probably a couple of people in the Brisbane group chat who have wanted triple gauge pods for ages now, so the fact that this is now just like a very cool and simple thing that you've done is
Well, I'll probably send you a down here. I'll go through and I'll make a couple of tweaks and print a few off.
Yep.
And if I have a few, I can send down. You can hand it out.
Yeah, sounds good.
Talk
Easy
between
done.
yous and see if there's anything because that's the thing not having the car.
Yeah.
So it's just
And-
you guys are driving it, so
That's it. And other gauge pods that are around, like triple gauge pods, are like, they're not cheap. They're like $500, $600, $700 just for a pod. It's like, really? It's all of a sudden your gauges, if you go genuine defies and everything, could be like almost $3,000 worth of just, yeah.
No, I aim to sort of help out from Norway.
There you go. So if you guys are into it, I know there's a whole heap of FD owners out there. If you guys want triple gauge pods, let me know and we'll get a list together and we'll finally get your website. we can pay your website. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. So anyway, we're almost sort of ready to pull the turbos off. So we'll do a little bit more work and then, or you'll do a bit more work because you won't let me near it. And that'd be cool. So I'm just looking at the turbos right now and he's just like, oh, the oil feed and everything is all sorted. Like it's still in there and the bolts are hard to get to, but we do have a grinder. But then there's also a lot of no, yeah.
Like if we start grinding here, we may as well start grinding.
We may as well just while we have the disc and the grinder out and everything, we may as well just.
It's just another 10-minute job.
The thing, we do have a lot of vinyl lying around the shop. it wouldn't be that hard to do. All I would need is guards. They're easy to get.
I got set in the back of the car.
You probably do, not gonna lie. Well, no, I was thinking like if we get the grinder out, we could just quickly zap off all the lines down there with, you know, all the oil and all the fuel and all the stuff that is highly flammable. It wouldn't be my first car fire.
It's gonna clean it up.
Yeah. I mean, right behind you I do have an extinguisher, so.
Oh, you're set.
Alrighty, so after watching a couple of videos, I sort of went around and just deleted some of the lines that I already knew I could get deleted. As it turns out, I've completely destroyed the oil metering pump lines. I'm just gonna delete it. I was like debating, but now I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna do it, whatever. So this right here is the oil feed for the turbo. This originally had like a big hard line that goes straight across and then down there. So now, actually, which is pretty cool, we've actually deleted all of the hard lines, which is pretty cool because that was what was making it really messy on top of this engine right here. So we've pretty much deleted everything that we've needed to delete now, and now we can start adding back in some more simple parts. So this fuel rail will all be getting deleted as well. The OMP as well. Actually, there's one more thing we have to delete is the OMP. So that's going to go. We're going to put a block off plate there. We're going to go full premix on this thing. Fuel rail is going to be coming out. We're going to be replacing that with Bosch 1000 primaries and then Bosch 2000 secondaries. A few of you guys messaged me, and I also messaged the tuner as well, and apparently thousands for each, even though I thought it was going to be okay. We'd probably be pushing it to max duty cycles, so we decided to go with 2000s just to be safe. So if you guys can see down here, I've ended up deleting all of the hard lines here. I've pulled off the thermostat housing, so we're going to be welding on a new fitting at the very top there, so that way you can delete the AST. There's a whole bunch of stuff out the way. I've just got some more little coolant lines out the way. We're going to be getting rid of the coolant line for the throttle body, so we're just going to be going straight from this coolant port right here straight over to, oh god, where that there is. I was going to say, where'd that fitting go? I don't know. I honestly need to mark some stuff out and cover up some holes so I don't drop anything like down there or something, and I don't know. Yeah. It's still like a little bit of a mess, but it's like organized.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's scary, it's daunting. So yeah, I think once these turbos come off, I'm going to take all this intake plenum off and I'm going to work out what I'll do with that. It's going to be a very bare engine bay. I'm nervous.
It's going to be clean.
I have to put this back together. Can you come back in like a month?
Oh, yeah.
You move some things around.
I'll see what I can do.
Alrighty, I'm gonna let Matt do the honors because he did basically everything. This is the end of, oh.
One more line.
One more freaking, oh no, that's a coolant line, is it? Oh, coolant return. There's probably another one on the ends, oh, the other side as well. It's circular removers, that works.
I should send you down a set of valves.
Oh, I need a set of them, mate. I tell you what, that would have been a massive help. Like 3 weeks ago when I was undoing all the vacuum lines and destroying my hands, but no, that's fine. Coolant everywhere. There's probably gonna be another one on the back as well. Oh no. Gross.
Grubby.
Ew. Now, have a look underneath. This is where I was worried where all that smoke was coming from. Don't worry about coolant, that's fine.
Well, you got a crap mouth up there.
Oh, yeah, apparently. Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay. You can, that's very manky down there. It's not as bad as I thought. God, these are cool though.
What are you going to do with all this room for activity?
There's a lot of room
All
for
this room for
activities.
activity.
There's still a manifold in there.
There is.
That's so there has to be another actuator down there. There is.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
the bottom one that it stops you from getting.
Yeah. So that's the one that directs all the gases to the first turbo to spool the first turbo quicker, and then it opens up the second one and allows that one to spool up. And then the Y pipe over there, it has a flapper in it to stop compressor surge in the second turbo.
So from the first one spooling up, just stop
Yeah,
the second one.
because they're like a joint intake, a joint intercooler sort of thing. I don't know, it's weird, but wow, there's so much room down there. What is that? Oh, that's the steering. Why are there so many lines coming off it?
For the steering.
Yeah, why though?
There's always
Why, Matt?
There's always full.
Isn't that just like a thing that goes into a steering rack and then that's
Low
it?
pressure, low pressure.
What? Really? I thought it was just a... Why are there 4 of them?
Also, yeah, no, I'll teach you.
Wow, that's cool. So this is all... I've noticed so many cracks through here. There's 1, 2, 3, yeah. What is good, guys? It is the next day and we are back in the garage doing some more stuff. Yesterday afternoon we took a little bit of time, went over to the shops with Matt. I'd hate to have him working on my car all weekend. The guy is just way too nice, and to be honest he probably would, but no, we had to... But no, we went to the shops, went to go grab something for lunch, and then yeah, basically spent the whole afternoon grabbing some stuff, grabbing some Hot Wheels, and just, I don't know, living like a kid, I guess. It feels good to feel like you've never grown up. And Matt and Code is definitely 2 of those people that just make me feel so happy and out doing stuff, and I don't know, it's cool. So yes, I definitely didn't expect the turbo to be out last night. There was definitely a lot of stuff to do. So if you guys could imagine, inside the car, this is where the dump sits and that goes down. So all of these underneath the turbo had to come out. Not only that, but the coolant drain right here, I'm not quite sure what happened. Oh, they both go out to the same drain. And then also the oil drains both had to get removed as well. So both of them are out, and now you can see that it's looking very, very bare, which is absolutely awesome. Lots of room for activities. So the next step is to take off the manifold. Before I do that as well, I just want to give a massive shout out to Matt and Code for coming down for the weekend. It was absolutely awesome. Originally, once again, as I said, we're going to go to Jamboree, but that was cancelled, and because we can't go to that, or they've ended up rescheduling, they just came down for the weekend to come chill out. And it was a lot of fun. And as you guys would have seen before, Matt came down with a whole bunch of designs for his business that he's making very, very soon. Or well, pretty much has started, but just needs all your guys' support. So I've left a link for Yume Factory on Instagram where you can go and give him some love for these insane snapbacks right here, and basically everything that's currently sitting in here as well at the moment. So we've got beanies, there's banners, stickers, there is so much cool stuff. So Matt is definitely up there for one of the people that have definitely inspired me to work as hard as I can on this YouTube channel, and he is such a giving bloke. Both of them are, both Code and Matt. So massive thank you to both of you, and yeah, if you guys can go, definitely go show them some support. I would extremely appreciate that. Rightio, we are so close to getting this thing fully stripped. The only thing we have left to do is to get the manifold off. I've already removed the heat shielding and the actuator. My camera died, so I went around, quickly did all that. So that's out the way, as well as there's another little actuator somewhere down there, maybe potentially. Oh no, there's one over here, sorry. So this one here was the actuator for the manifold. I'll take the manifold off right now, and we'll get that out the car. There we go, manifold is off the car, and it is such a cool setup. So you know how I was saying, guys, before so this right here would be for your first turbo, and this right here is for your second turbo. And as you can see, it's got like a little flapper which stops all the air from going into your second turbo and spooling that up, and then directs it all into the first. So it opens up your whole exhaust, and it's just such a cool setup. Like, check this out right here. So you guys can see that it opens it up, for the second turbo using this actuator right here. It's such a complicated but cool setup. I'm so happy to be getting rid of it though. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the intake plenum because we're going to be changing around some of the lines because we're going to be removing the OMP as well as removing the injectors. So we're going to be replacing all them. So thought it'd just be easier to take this whole thing off and we'll get that all sorted. So yeah. Wow, and there you go. I could imagine if we poke a light down there, we might even be able to see the rotors in all their glory. I don't know, it'd be kind of cool. So these right here are your OMP oil injectors, which sit at the very top there. And as you can see, these little tubes feed oil to these little injectors right here, which sit at the top of the rotors and inject oil. We're going to be blocking them off for the next stage of the RX7, simply so we know that we're pre-mixing our rotary. So yeah, these are all going to be going. And even though no one's had issues with them, they do, or they can fail over time, and I don't know how old these are, I don't know how old the actual OMP is, so we're going to be getting rid of that whole setup altogether and just pre-mix. So this is a pretty daunting part of this build, and that is removing the OMP. So the oil metering pump is what lubes the rotors, keeps them all oiled up, so they don't do the thing, you know? Do the rotary thing. So this right here that we're removing is the oil metering pump, which pumps oil into the rotors. And I'm not quite sure what I've done, but I've completely destroyed it. There we go. And that is it right there. So as you guys can see, this little bit right here, you could imagine this little guy spins, picks up the oil, sends it up these little tiny tubes right here, which are full of oil, and injects them into the rotors. So as far as I'm aware, these will pump oil in anything over 3,000 RPM. So anything under 3,000, it won't pump oil in. But I'm not quite sure. It could just pump it all the time. I don't know. That's just what I've heard. So there you go. Oil metering pump delete is done. Now we just have to get a block off plate, block that all off, so that way no oil comes out. And this way, I will keep checking the oil, of course, but it won't drain any oil. So if we have any oil loss, we know there's a different issue in the engine. So this is quite daunting, but also quite exciting. And something that I've just realized is with the deletion of that OMP, we have effectively finished stripping the RX7 of everything we need to get rid of. That's so sick! That is correct. We've finished completely stripping the RX7. This is actually quite cool. We have removed everything that we've needed to remove in order for us to rebuild this side, or the hot side of the car. Well, technically it'd be the cold and hot side because it's weird. Yeah, yeah, because the cold intake is on that side, and this is the ultra mega hot side, and that's this is the freezing side. But no, we've removed the twin turbos, all of the piping, the intakes, the manifold, 1,000 freaking actuators, the OMP. We've also removed the intake manifold and all the throttle body and every single line we've needed to delete on this car, so that way we can start rebuilding it. And it is going, oh my god, this is so cool. I need to go order some parts now. Oh, that's a bit daunting. It only took 3 videos for us to remove the entire hot side. That's just how complicated this setup is. Now, another video I'm also going to film whilst I'm here as well is why you would go single turbo over twin turbos. So that'll probably be up tomorrow night, and I'm just gonna quickly create like a quick little video as to why you would do that, with some dot points as to why twins are better, why singles better, that sort of stuff. So, yes. Everything is off. All the parts pretty much that we're going to be keeping, minus a few, is all sitting up here. Alternator, which I'm going to be painting up, I'm going to just be masking everything off and just cleaning this all up, because this is like the main thing, if not just replacing it. Billion thermostat, we got that. This right here, I know a few companies make like these cool little alloy ones, so we might be getting one of them. Strut brace, intercooler piping, which we're going to be giving to Dan, so that way he might be able to mock something up. By the way, guys, there's a few options as to how I want to run the intercooler piping on the FD. There is one where you point the turbo down and it loops back up and onto the V-mount, or there's one where it sort of crosses over the top of the turbo and kind of covers it. I kind of want to show the turbo off, but then kind of like when you have the intake pointing straight out and you have this other one pointing straight up, it kind of looks weird. But then, yeah, this one here kind of has like a little bit of a curve and stuff, and then that comes out there. It's kind of cool, but I'm not quite sure. I'll put 2 photos up so that way you guys can see exactly what I mean. But which one do you like, 1 or 2? The intake plenum, all of these little plugs and everything are all going to get deleted. We're going to be deleting the coolant that passes through the throttle body, so that's all going to get, so that's already gone. All the pipes are somewhere down here. We're going to be keeping, obviously, the beautiful Hypergear ATR 45 SS2, and then all of this is all being deleted. Mind the turbo, that's not for this car. All of this is being deleted, apart from this right here, which we're going to be chopping off the top and putting on a pressure cap, and then also this right here, I'm going to be putting just a SAS little coolant elbow thingy in there, so that way I can hook that up to a gauge. And then this one right here, I'm going to be taking off painting and doing all that sort of stuff. Plus, we also have to get rid of the injector rail right here. We're going to be going with a different set of injectors. We're going to be going 2,000 secondaries and 1,000 primaries. So that's all cool. Deleting the OMP right here. The OMP is going to be going. The manifold right here is going to be going. This right here, which is a little tiny sub sort of injector thingy, that's all going to be going. That actuator for the manifold is going to be going. The twin turbo is going to be going. All of this heat shield is going to be going. I need to go and order some parts.